to sacrifice a couple just to make sure everyone could sign.
Without a doubt, but it's one of those things where it's easier to make sure to say, hey, man, I'm going to let you have this, I'm going to let y'all have that. We can all still get our numbers. We can all still have a rhythm toward the end of the game.
Yep.
At the end of the game, you guys know I'm going to have the ball in my hands a little bit more, but I'm going to make sure we get across the finish line.
And you know the thing that cures everything is winning, right? And the Knicks, they believe in Bridges enough to invest $150 million. The odds makers, they believe in New York as well, because outside the Thunder, the Knicks have the best 2026 title odds as the calendar turns to August. Do you, Mark, see New York as the biggest threat to OKC? Stuff like this.
I guess they're the biggest threat because they'd be coming out of the East. Hey, that's why. I do think their team is better. You know, I love Tibbs, but Mike Brown's a really good coach too. They got some shooting coming in. Yabusele and JC coming in. That's what they're missing. They're the last team standing from the East, right? The Celtics aren't going to be there.
Right.
Indiana's not going to be there. Cleveland has to prove themselves. Yeah, I like the Knicks.
Yeah, I love the Knicks. You know, guys.
You were wiggling. You like the
I
Knicks.
do. I realize when you start seeing the chips lay out, and you start seeing, you're like, wow, this is another great route for them. I think that's what happened while we watched them go through the playoffs, right? You see them beat Boston, and you're like, wow.
Yeah,
like,
why not?
Why not the Knicks?
And that's the thing with Bridges. He did his job in that Boston series. They got him for the express purpose of guarding the Jays, guarding Jason Tatum, guarding Jaylen Brown. He did that in that series. He did his job. And so he might have had an up-and-down season, but he was there for them when it mattered.
And they're returning their core. That's really important to be able to have all of those guys together, like Big Body Brunson, as our friend Carter Perkins says. Hey, on the spot. We're going to throw out a couple of topics, and I'm curious your takes on this. We're going to start with De'Aaron Fox, eligible for a 4-year, $229 million extension from the Spurs. That's going down this Sunday. Iman, is Fox the best long-term fit next to Victor?
I love this for them. I think that he brings everything that he needs to bring to the basketball floor, and if you give him enough weapons, that is one of the guys that I feel like knows how to play with his toy. I think De'Aaron Fox is the fastest thing with a basketball since I've seen John Wall put 2 holes in his back. He's a bowling ball.
Fox, Castle, Harper, good problems.
Yep.
I feel great for their GM. Like, what do you do? And it makes it so Harper doesn't have to rush. There's no pressure on him. He could take his time, but in 2 years, like, what did the Spurs do? Do they feel like they have to move one of them? If they do, like, Wemby, who you want to keep? It's the business of it.
They made the decision of whether they're going to extend him when they traded him. I mean, you don't go trade for De'Aaron Fox and not be ready to accept. So I think it's just he's the older guy now. I mean, you know, Chris Paul's out here in LA, so he's not the De'Aaron Fox is the vet now.
That's crazy.
San Antonio.
How did you feel on your knees on that? Well, remember, if Fox wanted to play with Victor Wembanyama, and this is a trend that we've seen guys of all ages over the last couple of years. You reported that Damian Lillard at one point was interested in playing with Victor. De'Aaron Fox is the guard that was actually able to put pen to paper, and now we're seeing him in San Antonio. I don't know if it's this year. I think the over-under win total is probably about correct. They're going to be fighting for that 9-10 play-in spot. But in the next couple of years, the sky is the limit for Victor. We've wanted that sort of quick guard to be able to set him up. All right, next up, I'm going to put you on the spot again. We're off to the Philippines now. That's where John Morant, you see, get his little gritty out, fans.
I'm over, he's getting some lumpia.
But did you see this? Morant's new shoe, after his little gritty, is marked with this line. It says, quote, "Happy Jaw is a scary jaw." So, Iman, you think that Jaw, once again, happy, as we're seeing here, is going to be all NBA scary again?
Well, listen, Ja Morant could be happy, he could be sad, he could be crying. I don't care what he is.
Any of the 7
He's
dwarfs?
gonna be all NBA. When you talk about somebody that's that athletic, the only thing that can stop it is, I don't even want to say it.
Yeah. No, don't say it.
I don't want to jinx it, but I'm saying that that's the only thing that can stop him from being on the court and showing us what we want to see. He's in love with the game, and that's apparent no matter when you see him playing basketball. But he loves it.
He has stopped himself.
He has stopped himself, and that's fine. But even when he stopped himself, when he returned to the court, give me Ja.
Well, first of all, you need to stop trying to dance against Filipinos. They need to be down. But look, I want to see. Don't you want to see Ja be Ja?
I don't.
When he was Ja, he was one of the best players in the league.
Ja like things.
He made Memphis box office. Sold jerseys. It was fun. I want to see Happy Ja. Yes.
But their offense did not make him happy last year. That offense that they ran with the no ball screen, no pick and roll, he was not a happy player out there. He was not a happy guy. They changed the coach. they're back to a different offense that's going to feature him more and have him playing in a way that he's more comfortable playing now.
Yeah.
And, you know, he lost his running mate. Desmond Bain is gone now. And
Jaren Jackson Jr. out for a while.
Yep.
His contract situation, right?
So it's all eyes on Ja now. He's going to have to carry them.
But sometimes that's when Ja Morant is at his best, when all eyes are on Ja. Let's not forget the Ja show that we have all grown to love over the years. And then there is Nikola Jokic, a very different kind of show. Recently, DeMarcus Cousins, he shared a story about his former Nuggets teammate. Take a listen here.
You know, I don't remember who at the time had signed an extension, but, you know, I'm like, such and such signed me for his money. I'm like, man, yours gonna be crazy. He's like, you know, cuz I honestly think I might retire from this contract. I said, leave $300 million on the table. I said, nigga, come on, man. Like, I said, sign the contract and just get fat at worst. Like, don't ass up on the $300 million. Like, nah, don't do that. You know, I believe he called it like a valley or something. I just want to lay out there with the horses. I'm like, yo, them horses gonna be there, bro. Go get them 300. You can get more horses. Go get the 300.
As a horse girl, I identify with the sentiment, but on how surprising is it to hear this about Nikola Jokic?
I mean, it's extremely surprising when we're just talking about the money that we're talking about on the table. But when you saw his reactions to a lot of the stuff in basketball, you can tell, like, he just enjoys life in a different way. Everybody's got their own song that they want to hear, and he definitely hears something with them horses running behind him. It's very Seabiscuit about the city.
A horse hoofbeat imitates your heartbeat. That's what they say here, Ramona. I feel like we should not be shocked anymore when we hear this type of thing about Nikola Jokic, because I don't totally buy that he isn't interested in basketball. I think he actually is very, very dedicated to this craft. But that thing we all talk about balance, he's actually achieved.
Yes, that's right, Malika. And I don't buy it either. I remember talking to Christian Brown last year, and he told me, you know, this whole thing about Jokic in the offseason, that he's off with his horses the whole time. Christian Brown goes, no, he was FaceTiming me all summer watching the Olympic Games. He was in FaceTime. They were engaged in free agency. This guy works so hard to keep his body in the shape that he's in. Look how skinny he is there. Yeah. That guy, he does a weight workout after every game. You know why he takes so long to come talk to the media? Because he's in the weight room after he plays 40 minutes. And so I don't buy this idea that he doesn't care about basketball. I know we see how happy he is with the horses, but you know that's a thing.
Yeah, T-minus 39 minutes until I'm going to go be.
That's right. But go ahead.
I think that there's a lot of players in the league that they get that reputation. I don't know where it comes from, but there's always this stigma behind players that they don't work hard, they don't want to do that. A lot of guys won't post it. They want to post what makes them happy, and I think that these horses really do make it. Make me want to go get a horse. My man got great stats.
I got one.
Great stats. If that's what get the stats, give me the horse.
I'm going to challenge you to write the definitive Joker story, which I've not read. Because I saw him in the Hoop Summit, I believe it was around 2016 or so, playing against Cat. Nobody knew who he was. And then all of a sudden, this blew up. He couldn't have expected this. He was picked during a Taco Bell commercial.
Right.
Now he's up for $300 million. Like, I wonder where his just mind, this is just like he hit a lottery ticket. Yes, he's incredible, but I don't think he dreamed of this being this great.
Here's the question with him is, I don't ever think he would retire early or not take that next contract. The question, though, is there's talk of a new league that Maverick Carter and those guys are developing overseas, and he's an overseas player. So the question is, could he be the guy that they pitch? We saw his agent on the boat with Maverick Carter and LeBron James. Could he be that guy who takes the money and stays in Europe instead of playing in the NBA?
That's a very interesting thought exercise for a guy, to Mark's point, that was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial. And when I asked him about that after he won Finals MVP, there's sort of a Mount Rushmore that I keep of quotes that guys have trusted me with. And he said, well, they bet against the fat boy. You never bet. That concludes our capital J journalism for the day. Hey, exactly how we want to end NBA Handles Week. The league, they released the top 50 handles plays. Again, this is the plays of the season, not the players with the best handles, culminating in the top 5 today. Let's show you the top 5 they chose. SGA put Chris Livingston on the hardwood. Quick recovery.
Hey!
This is what he does. And then at number 4, Bub Carrington. He put Tyrese Halliburton on the ground here. This is skate.
Let's stop on the dime, man.
It's a good day when the Wizards show.
Get up.
nails the three.
Oh!
And then Donovan Mitchell using the Hornets defense as traffic codes here.
Split, snatch. That was a one-handed sham guy.
When it's Donovan Mitchell, though, are you surprised?
I love it.
Coming in at number 2, Trae Young.
There you go.
Slick behind the back move.
Excuse me.
And